What's up YouTube? This is going to be our guide on how to use Gouging Fire in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I'll be providing competitive movesets and some fun meme movesets too. If there's a Pokemon you'd like to see me cover, put it below in the comment section of the video. If you enjoy these videos, they get you thinking and help you out, drop a like and let's get into it. So Gouging Fire has some pretty amazing stats to say the least. And of course, being a Paradox Pokemon, it has a nice boosting ability too. So let's have a look at its stats to begin with and its typing. So we got a Fire and Dragon type, which is pretty nice typing. We got a health base of 105, 115 in attack, defense of 121, which is crazy. And we got reasonable special defense and reasonable speed too. So overall, some pretty impressive stats to say the least. Now, this Pokemon can definitely run a viable Dragon Dance set. Matter of fact, I feel like this is where it really does shine, especially in singles with Dragon Dance. So first, let's have a look at this. So this is going to be Dragon Dance as its main boosting move. So we're sort of making up for that 91 base speed there. If you are using this in the sun, it's going to get a 1.3 boost in attack. So that's going to give it further attack after the Dragon Dance. So that's going to be really, really nice. We got its main fire stab here is going to be Flare Blitz. There are some other options, but they're sort of like shakier options. So you got stuff like Raging Fury, which is nice, but unfortunately it sort of locks you in. So you've got Flare Blitz too, which is good, but you know, with Flare Blitz, you are sort of you're sort of locked into having that big recall. So there is that too. There is you know, a couple of other physical moves there, but I feel like Flare Blitz is going to be the best one. And we've got Earthquake for coverage, always a nice coverage move, and we've got Dragon Claw. So Dragon Claw is okay. It's not super duper powerful though. That's probably one of the drawbacks of it. But you know, so I've given this one Terra type Dragon, so I can get at least rid of that ground type weakness. You know, Earthquake is you know, ground moves are very, very common for sure. So we're going to boost up that Dragon Claw a bit too, and just make it a Dragon type, like a mono Dragon type, which is still a pretty good Terra to go to. There are some other options that you can do for Terra too. So I might as well do them now. So a good Terra I feel on this is also Fairy, because Fairy, you can get around any dragon moves aimed your way, and then essentially you could get a free Dragon Dance there too, so that'd be like kind of nice. You might want to, you could swap up Earthquake for Terra Fairy, but Earthquake I feel gives it a little bit more coverage, so it's better for like a more of a defensive type. So Terra Fairy would be a nice option there for sure. That would be yeah, that and I'd say Dragon and Fairy would be my two options that I feel like good. Another one you could have as well, if you are really, really worried about ground type moves, is Flying. That could work as well. So you could Dragon Dance. So you know a ground type move is coming your way, you can go for Dragon Dance, Terra Flying, and get around that and get a free Dragon Dance. You might even be able to get a second one because it has very, very impressive bulk, so that could absolutely work as well. And once again, you could change up Earthquake to Terra Flying if you really, really wanted to make use of that extra power on Terra, sort of depending on what your team is. As for items, let's have a look at this. So Heavy Duty Boots is pretty good, especially for a singles variant there. You can, I've done some other doubles ones in a sec. So we've got Heavy Duty Boots for that, which is going to be quite nice for sure. Those entry hazards and sticky web, they're going to be kind of annoying, so that could definitely be a good option there. The good thing about this Pokemon too is it can't be burned, being a that fire type, so that's very good. So you probably don't need anything like Lumberry on there. You can go booster as well if you want to, like if you want to go booster energy. This gives it even more attack, you know, so that's going to be quite good. Say if you don't have the sun up on your... say if you don't have like the sun going, or you feel like, oh, maybe the sun will disappear and stuff and I'll lose my boost. So yeah, you could have boost energy as another item on there as well. So I could absolutely see that working. As for EVs, we've got Max Attack, obviously, and Max Speed. Pretty straightforward EVs, and Jolly Nature. Jolly Nature is, definitely needed there for sure. If you're on a run Adamant, you can, but it's kind of slow if you don't run Jolly. So yeah, I would definitely go Jolly. You're going to get enough attack boost from its ability and Dragon Dance anyway for that to be a thing. So that would be my first sort of Dragon Dance set. Next one is a little bit different, but it's kind of similar. This time, instead of using Dragon Claw, we're making use of Scale Shot. So Scale Shot's accuracy is a tiny bit shaky, but the thing that sets it apart from Dragon Claw is it can land a minimum of 4 times. So that's going to give you 100 base power. And if you roll a 5th one, which is not a bad chance of that happening, it's going to be 125 base power, plus it's going to increase your speed as well, which is going to be good. So you're getting an extra speed boost on top of that. So you can build this one like Animate Nature, because you're going to, if you get one Dragon Dance up and then go for Scale Shot, you get another immediate speed boost after that. So you're pretty much going to outspeed absolutely everything. And since it's so bulky, like even though you've got that -1 in defense, it's such a bulky Pokemon, so you're definitely going to be able to, at least get one of those off like fairly easily. And the other moves, we just got as filler moves like Flare Blitz and Earthquake. I've given this one Dragon because we're boosting up the Scale Shot. You still got Flare Blitz and Earthquake for coverage against any, say, Steel or Fairy Pokemon or stuff like that. And obviously the item is going to be loaded dice too, so to make sure you get those Scale Shots off there. I mean, essentially, you could even go Scale Shot straight up if you feel like, well, I've got it. Like, say you're on a Sun team, right? Say a great Pokemon with this is like a Torkoal, any sort of Sun Pokemon. Say you've got that Animate Nature and you've got another 1.3 in attack. Well, I feel like you could go Scale Shot and get a speed boost, and that'd still be, that'd almost be like having a Dragon Dance up too. So that's another way of doing it too. But most of the time, I feel like you're going to get a Dragon Dance because it's got good, good bulk and good typing. So it's a very bulky Pokemon too. Now, speaking of bulky, we have to consider its move, Burning Bulwark, because that was a really, really crazy move, right? This is going to be really, really quite good in doubles as well. So I've sort of done a bulky one for singles, and I've done one for doubles. We've got some doubles ones coming up in a sec. So with this, I thought Burning Bulwark is a very nice move. What it is, it's like, it's Protect, and if you get hit by a contact move, it burns the opponent, which is going to be very, very good against any physical attacks. Like, you can even check a move and just see what they're going to use, and you're protected, which is really nice. And if it's a physical move that's contact, then you're going to get a burn. The only bad thing about that is you've got moves like Earthquake that are not going to really affect you, but there's a lot of other moves that could be contact that might be able to help you out. Now, it does get Morning Sun, which is a really nice healing move, especially if you're running on a Sun team and stuff like that. That's really, really nice. So that's going to heal you up even more. So we've got Burning Bulwark. We've got Morning Sun. I've given this Dragon Tail, so I definitely feel like this could work well alongside some entry hazard Pokemon, any Stealth Rock users, Toxic Spike, etc. like that. And you can sort of phase them out and do some alright damage too. You've still got 115 base and attack, so it's going to do something. And instead of giving it like Flare Blitz, I gave it Heat Crash because it is quite a heavy Pokemon. So that's going to do some good damage. And you've got, you supposedly will have the Sun Up as well with this team. So I think that'll be like a really solid, like bulky support style set. Leftovers as the item. Now, the EV spread I've given it, I've built it really tanky in health. I mean, it's got a great health stat, so you can make use of that. I didn't actually put anything into defense because it already has 121 base, so I loaded the rest into special defense and went Careful Nature and put the last little bit into defense there. With Burning Bulwark, you're probably going to get a burn anyway, so I feel like that's going to be like really nice. And as for the ability here, we're going to get a 1.3 boost in special defense on top of that so that's going to be really nice. So if you want to retain that, you could also go boost energy if you really want to retain that special defensive boost if the sun goes down. If you're fairly confident that you can keep getting the sun up with your team, by all means drop that and put leftovers or Rocky Helmet. That could be another good one on there too. So yeah, there are some options. I gave that Terra Fairy too because with that singular fairy typing, it's not weak to much at all, really. So yeah, with Heat Crash, you can deal with Steel and stuff like that, and you can lease it Fairy with Heat Crash too. So yeah, I think that's a pretty solid, like, bulky set. for that. So now let's have a look at some doubles and VGC style sort of sets here. So the first one I want to recommend is an Assault Vest set. This is more of an offensive set, and then I've got more of like a support set, so you can play this a couple of ways. So we've got Assault Vest here. Now I've gone Terra Fairy with. I really like Terra Fairy on this. I think it's pretty good because you can get around any dragon type moves, and you got very little resistances. So I've gone with Terra Blast. I got Flare Blitz, obviously, for Fire Stab. Really nice. Since I went Terra Fairy, I sort of dropped giving it a Dragon move, and I gave it Stone Edge instead for coverage, and Earthquake on top of that as well. You could give it Dragon Claw if you wanted to. That by all means, you could do that too. I kind of like the coverage that Stone Edge gives, alongside on your, like, depending on what you've got on your team too. But yeah, so Earthquake's kind of nice too. You're able to hit both those Pokemon. You might be able to couple it up with Levitate Pokemon flying, or just use Protect on the other Pokemon. So that can definitely work too. I've given it just like bulky, offensive EV spread here. So we've got Max Attack and Max Speed, Adamanture. That way you're going to get a 1.3 in the Sun, which is going to be really nice. And I've given it Assault Vest too. So with its stats, you've got 93 base, but after that Assault Vest, it's going to be really, really tanky. So you're going to be bulky on both sides, and you're going to be hitting like really, really hard too. So I feel like that could absolutely, definitely work on Gouging Fire as like a nice bulky attacker. Let's have a look at more. We're more going into like support here. So I feel like this could definitely work for support. I quite like a special defensive set for support because it's already got nice base defense already, but by all means, if you want to make this like max health and like max defense EVs, you can. But I've gone careful with this one, sort of similar to one of the other ones I built. So firstly, we got Covert Cloak as an item, so we're blocking any secondary effects because we're not really fast, so we might be affected by flinches and other annoying secondary stuffs before we can do anything. So we want to make sure that doesn't happen. So a move it gets, which is pretty cool, is Breaking Swipe. So Breaking Swipe has a 100% chance to lower the opponent's attack by 1. So we're really going support here. Burning Bulwark, of course, is a really nice move to run on it because you've got Protect and you've got a chance of burn. So then the opponent's going to have to think twice about attacking you because they might get burned. And that could be very detrimental if you're a physical attacker that is going to get burned. Another move it's got on is Morning Sun too, so you might be able to a chance to heal yourself off. You could run Protect on there. You got your Burning Bulwark. You could, if you've got like your protecting move, you could just go for another attacking move there, or have a look, mate. I think it gets Snarl as well, so let me have a look if it gets Snarl. I could be wrong about that. No, it does get Snarl. Yeah, you could have something like Snarl as well if you don't really care about like healing yourself. So that could drop special attack. That can drop physical attacks. Breaking Swipe, you can get a burn there, and then you got simple like Flare Blitz just for a bit of raw damage. So I could definitely see that being a real pain. You could also build it really like super ultra hyper tanky if you wanted to as well. So you could go like Impish because Snarl's really only there to drop stats. So yeah, you could have something like that. That's like insane defensive wall. So that could work too. You could even put like an Assault Vest on that if you wanted to get rid of Burning Bulwark. You could. That would be like disgusting to try and actually feint that, right? And then you get a 1.3 boost on top of that if you're running in the Sun. So just some stuff to think about there for doubles. If you got any other stuff to add, please do, or any terrors and stuff that you think work. I really like Fairy on it. I think that's quite a good terror, like quite a good defensive terror. And on these like more offensive ones, I quite like Dragon and stuff as well. I got a couple more sets to actually mention here, but let's have a look at a meme set here. This is a bit of a fun set that I made up, so let's have a look. It's a Mispleased meme set. So I noticed it got a cool move called Temper Flare. So what Temper Flare is, it's funny because it actually is the same as Stomping Tantrum, but it's a fire move. So the power gets doubled if the last move fails. So I thought, we could give it both of these moves. Then we got to give it something that maybe fails or misses. So I thought we could go with Dragon Rush. I mean, if it lands, it's going to do a lot of damage. If it misses, then we can go for a double base power, Temper Flare, or Stomping Tantrum, right? And I also gave it Burning Bulwark because Burning Bulwark can can fail as well if the opponent swaps or something like that. So that could fail. And all other little scenarios where it could fail, and that could, give you a chance to go for a double base power one of these moves here too. Also, I gave it blunder policy, so if you do miss a Dragon Rush, I'd build it very bulky, as you can see. Max health and max attack, adamant nature. So that speed would be instantly doubled, and you'd outspeed, pretty much nearly everything then. So bit of a, quite an interesting gimmicky set there. Could be a bit of fun. I gave it Terra Fire. You give it Fire, Dragon, Ground. That could be something as well you could give it. So yeah, some interesting sets there for sure. Let's discuss some teammates and some counters to this Pokemon. So I already mentioned this at the start. We got Torkoal, right? Torkoal is a great sort of Pokemon to run side, because you can get that sunny day going. So it's going to be very, very good. We also got Groudon as well. Depending on what rules you're playing, I'm just going sort of general here. So Groudon is another one there, so you can get that drought going. Walking Wake actually is very, very good alongside this as well, because of its main move, like Hydro Steam. So that could work really nicely alongside it, and as for like typing and stuff too. So like Walking Wake can get rid of any of those like annoying ground type Pokemon. So it's gonna be a pretty powerful combination with these Pokemon. Trying to think if there's anything else. Another good one would be Tornadus. Just due to its flying, that could be quite handy as well. Swapping into to that could be pretty cool. Trying to think of some and any like other really strong. I mean, Qian Pao's not bad either. So Qian Pao, it's not a bad partner. So that could work well for doubles and that sort of thing. Even singles, those Pokemon will work well. A Pokemon I feel that could counter this would be Dondozo. So Dondozo is, it has Unaware plus it's water type. So it would have to hit it with some like crazy ass like I don't know, like maybe like a Choice Band Flare Blitz or something insane like that. But I'd say Dondozo is a very nice counter. Another good counter as well, just in general. I know I know it can run Earthquake and stuff like that, but Toxapex isn't too bad either, because it can haze any of its Dragon Dancers, and Toxic and stall back, so that could be another good counter as well if you come across that. So yeah, you got Dondozo and Toxapex. I think they're pretty solid counters there. Just trying to think of anything else that's decent for it. I would say those ones are probably like the best there. Another set that's kind of good on it as well, that you could run for doubles too. Like, I'm just going to use this set already. I'm thinking... Yeah, so... Let's just adjust this set for a second. So, we'll get rid of that. So, I reckon Choice Band is, like, going to be super crazy on it too. Because with Choice Band, you're going to hit, like, super, super hard. So, you could... I mean, for argument's sake, you could go Adamant on it. Let's say you go this like crazy offensive set. So you got Choice Band, Adamant Nature, Max Speed. This is going to be hitting like super duper hard. So you could add in another move there, like something like maybe like Stone Edge, or I don't really like Stone Edge with Choice Band, but maybe I'm thinking maybe you could have like a Terra Blast on there, like Terra Blast or Iron Head. That could be another. Yeah, that could be another good move. Or, yeah, go Iron Head. That would give it some... That would give it a little bit of extra coverage there. Or you could go Terra Flying as well, or Terra Fairy. That's not too bad. You go Terra Blast on that. So, that's another option if you wanted to do that too, to get around any of those pesky ground moves. But yeah, I reckon Choice Band would... I think Choice Band would rip through most. Even like something like Dondozo, I think they would get hit really, really hard by it. Like a Flare, I'm thinking like Flare Blitz in the sun with Choice Band would be absolutely crazy. Another good one too, don't forget, is Ninetales. That's another good drought Pokemon you can use. I see this working well on Sun teams, really. It's like definite Sun teams. So another good one you could couple it with, maybe you could be since Venusaur is back in the game. I got to do some more. I got to do some guides on Venusaur and Blastoise and stuff like that. They're coming up eventually, but yeah, you could have like another Sun team. You could couple like some Chlorophyll Pokemon. So there are a lot of options you could actually use for that. Let's go over some of its other moves and do some last minute kind of thoughts here. I think I've been pretty thorough. So we're going to have a Dragon Dance. We're going to have a Morning Sun. Great moves on both for running a speed. You could run a bulky Dragon Dance set too. Like, you don't have to... I was thinking, like, you don't have to run, like, straight, like, attack and speed. You could go something, like, more, like, bulky. I could see that absolutely working. Like, you know, like, bulky Gyarados and stuff like that. That could definitely work for sure. It does have Roar as another phasing option. You got Rest. You could do a Rest, like, Rest, Sleep Talk. You could have that if you wanted to. Oh, Dragon Cheer. Yeah, so it does have Dragon Cheer, which could be an option more of on a, you know, that support set we were talking about. You could have Dragon Cheer on there as well. Yo, hang on. Say, how about this? This real quick. Say we've got Walking Wake. Check this out. Give Walking Wake a scope lens, yeah, and give this a Dragon Cheer. So when you do it on an ally, it's going to be +2 critical hit ratio, and with the scope lens, Walking Wake's going to crit every time. Damn, that's a nasty combination. So yeah, you could get that as a nice support to boost up that Walking Wake. Just something to think about there, or any other Dragon Pokemon, that could be an option too. But yeah, back to where I was. It's kind of cool that it gets that. But it is, I wouldn't say it learns a lot of moves. It doesn't get like too many moves, but it's got enough there. It can set up its own sun as well, but it's better getting another Pokemon to actually set that up. As for physical moves, we've got quite a lot here. We've gone over most of these. Nothing really great there. So Dragon Claw, you're going to be seeing that probably a fair bit. Or Scale Shot. If someone's using Scale Shot, they're using loaded dice. They're not going to be doing anything else than that. Dragon Tail's more on support set. Earthquake's good for coverage. We got some weaker fire moves here like Fire Fang and Flame Charge, but they're going to be really weak. So another option I did mention was Heat Crash. But something like, let's say for example, like bulky, like Great Tusk or something. Great Tusk isn't bad. Just thinking about that. Great Tusk is not a bad counter as well. It's like really like bulky one. It's already got, I know it's already got good bulk, but like even like real defensive ones, that's actually a very good counter for that too. Just mentioning that. But yeah, if you come across something like that and you don't have Flare Blitz and you've got like Heat Crash, it's going to be very bad. Iron Head's more coverage. It does get Outrage and Raging Fury, but the thing about that is you're locked into those moves, so it's very easy for the opponent to, I'll just swap a Fairy type Pokemon and then you like pretty much got to get set up on. We got a Stone Edge, that's not bad for coverage too. Nothing too, it does get, we got over Scale Shot already. We had a little bit of look at Breaking Swipe, not bad there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You're going to be picking most of the stuff. It doesn't get a huge variety of moves, but it gets enough, is pretty much it. And of course, let's do it. It gets some special moves. I didn't do a special one. Let's make a special one. We'll do a PIMPNITE special here. So, it gets Ancient Power. So, yeah, its special is rubbish, but I'm gonna make you a real solid set here. So we got Ancient Power. Let's see if we can get a boosting set. Now, what else we got? Lava Plume. That's interesting. We got Lava Plume and Scorching Sands. We got that burn chance. Yeah. And then we've got like, we could go like Morning Sun or something like that. I don't think we got no Dragon move on. We could put Dragon Pulse on there. Or Fire. I'm just thinking what we could do here. We're trying to do something a little bit different here. Got Weather Ball too. Yeah, well, let's go like Morning Sun. All right, we got a PIMPNITE special here. So we're gonna build this one super. I can't use Assault Vest. So we got like super bulky on the special side. And we got like Calm Nature, so we can go special. So yeah, this is gonna take a lot of Ancient Powers, but we're gonna try and go for an Ancient Power boost. Once we get that, we can start using Lava Plumes and Scorching Sands, get some burns on the opponent. That could work. See if we can run like, let's have a look at more of an offensive special set. We'll have to go modest because, all right, it does, at least it gets that an okay amount of special attack. Let's go. How about Throat Spray? We'll go Snarl and Throat Spray. I'm trying to think of ways to get a special set to work here. I think it's got the greatest moves, but we always like to have a look. We've got Overeat and Draco or Meteor. That can make like a nice critting set if you had like Focus Energy, but I don't think it has that. So yeah, we'll go Dragon Pulse. So Ancient Power, Snarl, Dragon Pulse. What do we got? Scorching Sands as well. I mean, that's going to be our best way to hit, like, ground type moves. We could go for that. Let's put on the Scorching Sands. So, there we go. We got a modest. But what are we going to get a boost? Oh, hang on. We got to adjust these IVs, you know. We can't. Oh, hang on. I've got an even better idea. That gives us a speed boost. I guess his ability will give us a 1.5 in speed. We won't get a +1 in special attack. That's okay, though. That's okay. That's fine. Yeah, so we got that, and we're going to get like a speed boost there of 1.5. So there we go. We got a special Gouging Fire. What a unit. Anyway, people, that's pretty much it on my moveset guide for Gouging Fire. I hope you found it insightful. If you got anything else to add, put it below there. Always like to hear your thoughts and stuff. If you enjoyed it, drop a like on the video. My final thoughts on this Pokemon, it's a very, very nice Pokemon for sure. It's a great bulky Dragon Net Sweeper, a very, very nice bulky Assault Vest Pokemon, and it gets him. It's really nice for support as well. You know, in doubles, it's got some great support moves. So I see this Pokemon getting some really nice use there and on Sun teams as well. So be interesting to see what happens there. But anyway, people, that's about it. I should have another. I would have put up another guide earlier on Raging Bolt. I hope that I did that before recording this video. But there should be a guide on Raging Bolt tonight as well. So make sure you check that out too. And that's about it. Peace out.